Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new around here, my name is Carrie and I'm a flight attendant for the world's largest airline, and I've been doing this job for about 7 years now. So today I'm going to be talking all about safety and security while traveling international, but this could also pertain to traveling in the States as well. This world that we live in is so crazy and things are changing every day, whether it's natural disasters like the earthquakes going on in Iceland that are then leading to the verge of volcanoes erupting, the war going on in Israel and Palestine. Just something is happening every day. So now it should be your top priority when traveling to make sure that your safety and security is number one. So I'm going to give you my tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years, all my tips about how to stay safe, everything that I recommend you to do. And I do want to say that all the websites I talk about and all the info will be in the description box. But if you guys have any questions at the end of the video, please feel free to leave a comment. So my first tip before you leave to go out of the country is you're going to want to enroll in the STEP program. This stands for Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. And it's through the State Department, so if you live in a different country, definitely do some research and see if you guys have something similar. So what it does is it registers you with the local embassy and consulate. Basically, it lets them know that you're going to be in this specific country during this period of time, so they're aware you're there and they're aware of your travel plans. If you sign up for their email notifications, they'll send you emails based on the country you're going to about any advisories or alerts in the area that you're traveling to, so you know what's going on. The next thing you want to do is get a VPN, and a VPN stands for your virtual private network. Now this portion of the video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. So what a VPN does is it keeps your identity safe by encrypting the data that is sent between your device and the internet. So let's say you're in a public place and you connect to the public Wi-Fi. This is a huge hotspot for hackers to come in and steal your info. What the VPN will do is it will encrypt your data and help secure your network. This is keeping your personal data protected from these hackers. The last thing that you want to happen is for you to be out of town, someone hack into your bank account and steal your money and wipe you clean. And yes, you guys, that really does happen. So it also swaps the real location of your device with a new one. It changes your IP address location. Something that I really like to do with these is you can access online libraries from your streaming devices. So for example, my first time going international, Barcelona, in my first years of flying, I had no idea that Netflix was not the same in other countries as it is in the US. So I went on there to download some shows to watch on the flight back during my break, and it was a completely different library. So what this can do is, since you're able to change the location of your IP address, you're able to access the streaming service libraries that you have in other countries, so you can feel good, like homey vibes while you're away. Their clean web feature blocks ads, trackers, malware, phishing attempts. I feel like more and more I'm seeing people on social media posting, saying follow my backup account, because so many people have had their social media hacked and they're posting, does anyone know anyone in Instagram that could help me get my account back? Well, I'm trying to be preventative. I don't want any of my personal information stolen at banking. I don't want my identity stolen. Surfshark does not monitor, store, or track what you do online. A few other things that Surfshark offers for privacy and protection. You can get real-time alerts for potential breaches, antivirus, hide from search engines, meaning you can browse without being targeted and like tracked and getting those like targeted ads. Recently I was talking about a cold plunge, wanting to get a cold plunge, and now it's just whenever I scroll, non-stop ads everywhere. You can get an exclusive Surfshark Black Friday deal. All you have to do is enter promo code CARRIEANN and get up to 6 additional months for free. Just go to surfshark.com/CarrieAnn, and you know they offer a 30-day money back guarantee, so really what do you have to lose? If you guys have any questions, I will have links in the description box. Be sure to check it out. Next step is creating a threat assessment. So think about you doing an essay for school and you're giving all the info and current events on the city that you're going to. You're gonna look for local news, what things are currently going on that could affect your safety and travel. For example, if there's mass protests going on, if there's a government uprising, there's increased cartel violence and kidnappings, especially I know a lot of us, including myself, really love to go to Mexico. Also, what is the weather going to be like there? I recently had a friend who went to Cabo and didn't look at the weather. They got there mid-trip, they had a hurricane hit and they lost all power. There were no flights going out and they were stranded there for a few extra days. So try to find a good website. This one that I'm showing you on the screen is specifically for Mexico, but the map shows the different crime areas. So like the very dark red one is the high crime area. Obviously you're gonna wanna avoid those areas, but this can also help determine where you're going to book your stay. Obviously you're not gonna wanna stay somewhere where it's high crime, which leads me to knowing the local addresses. So the location of the closest embassy, hospital to where you're staying and like where you're gonna be at the most. For example, I was in Mexico this past year. I had a friend that I had to take to the hospital very late at night. I wanna say it was something around 3 a.m. and I had no idea where the local hospital was gonna be. I didn't know if they spoke English. I knew nothing. I didn't know the cleanliness of this place. I had no idea how much anything was gonna cost. Thankfully, it turned out okay. It's so important to know these places when going abroad, because the last thing you wanna do is doing research at 3 a.m. when someone really needs to get to the hospital, and if you already had it written down, did a little bit of research before, then you could save a lot of time and, you know, safety too, because the area we're in was not the safest. You'll go to the embassy if, say, you lose your passport, someone robs you. Now, during your trip, most importantly, if you can avoid traveling alone, don't travel alone. Traveling alone makes for a softer target in crime. It's much harder to commit a criminal act on a large group of people, and especially if you're a female, 71% of human trafficking victims are women and girls. So depending on the threat assessment we did and the level of crime rates, something that you really want to pay attention to is avoiding attention. I did bring this up in my last video, which prompted me to do this. Was I was in El Salvador and I took off all my jewelry, okay? So once I get to the hotel and before I go out in a foreign country, I don't wear any jewelry. So you're gonna wanna avoid wearing expensive clothes, jewelry, purses, electronics, those really nice cameras. Also, revealing clothing. Now I know that whenever we're on vacation, we go online, we order these cute outfits, whatever, but wearing super revealing clothing and showing a bunch of skin, it's gonna also put a target on your back. You know, wear your cute outfit, take pictures in the hotel, on your balcony, whatever. It's honestly probably not the comfiest thing to go out all night in anyway. So get your picture and then change into something a little bit more conservative. Be aware of your surroundings is the next topic. So stay off your phone while in public. Take your headphones out. I'm gonna show you this clip that I saw online of a man pumping his gas, and he was just oblivious to what was about to happen to him. He's just not paying attention at all. So pay attention to your surroundings so things like this doesn't happen to you. And yeah, it can happen to men too. Like, it's not just women, you guys. This can happen to anyone. I know we like to all have our headphones on, especially the over-the-ear ones, to just drown out the noise, be in your own world. Really prevents you from hearing if someone's like walking up behind you, or if a car pulls up next to you while you're out for a jog or whatever. Like, you need that sensory to help protect yourself. Be alert, know where you are, know who's around you, especially after that clip, you guys. So many crimes happen to those people who are not paying attention. This one's situational, but wear laced shoes. Especially during your mid-travel day. If a situation like springs out of nowhere, whether it's someone chasing you and you have to run, or a natural disaster is happening and you have to run, you're gonna wanna have lace shoes on. And then finally, things to have with you for safety emergency: door reinforcement. I bring this with me every single trip. I will have it linked below, but these are the Add-A-Lock door locks. And they go in your door and they create a safety latch so no one can get in. You need to be so cautious when you're out in the world. I mean, even when you're at home, like, obviously you don't want to live in fear all the time, but like, you can take a lot of precautionary steps to help keep yourself safe. I highly recommend that door lock thing. There's a few of them that I'll list below that I actually use while I'm at work. You're gonna wanna have a basic medical kit, a tourniquet if you start bleeding profusely and you need to stop the bleeding until you get to the hospital, flashlight in case there's a power outage, and of course lace shoes are always better in case of an emergency. Now there's a movie that I want you guys to watch. It's called No Escape. And this will really put things into perspective for you guys. The world can be a very scary place, but you're obviously gonna keep living your life, and I want you to keep living your life and having fun, and we only live once, but in order to do that and stay safe, just take the necessary precautions, and hopefully these tips and tricks did help you guys out. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description box, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Can you get down? Because Rocky, no. Rocky. Okay, can you not do that? Hey! Your phone while I'm So guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new around here, my name is Carrie. And I'm gonna kill my cats. Stop!